So we open the episode and it is a year later after Issa done walked away from Lawrence. So we get a montage of the girls and things are going well in their careers, but we're not seeing how those love lives are going. So Molly and Issa catch up for dinner and she gonna spend the night, cause why not? It's good to see they back. The next day, Issa's with Butter Pecan at his barber shop. That's my nickname for him. And he's throwing his 1 year anniversary and she gonna help him. So they go to dinner and she's like, so what you doing after this? And he's like, I got plans, but I guess he might be back in the rotate. At Molly's family barbecue, she trying to get her parents to write their will. Ooh, and her parents tried to set her up with Herbert. The mama should know better. Molly go in the kitchen and tell her mama, look, I am not pressed to be dating right now. And the mama said, well, you want to focus on you forever? I thought you wanted to get married. And then Herbert come in playing his music. And Molly's just like, this is not. But it is. Back with Issa, she's nailing a presentate. But then the people she working with tell her, we kind of want to work with the bigger artists. And she's like, wait, what? What, how? We've been happy with Crenshaw all this time, and now you want to switch it up? So Issa's telling Molly her troubles at work, and Molly has a good point. Every boss got a boss. So Issa says, you know what? I'm going to go over their head. Molly gets a reminder from her dating app, and then she's like, maybe I do want to start dating again. Otherwise, I'm going to end up getting fixed up by my mama more. So Issa goes to her meeting with Nadia, and then she notices there's another place setting, and who should show up but the white man that was trying to thwart her. So much for going over his head. But she's actually able to put it in perspective and say, you know what? When everybody realizes you discovered Crenshaw, that's going to look good on you. It's a risk, but there's great reward. So she convinces him, and he's like, okay, we're going to have some notes. So Issa tell him, look, they agreeing to go with you, but we got to scale this down. We can't afford all of the performers and backup dancers that you want. And I get that. When you're starting out, it's got to be simple. So girl, then she had to calm Crenshaw down because he was about to quit. And she's like, we tried to get here for 6 months. Quitting now would be futile. So she get him to come round. Molly's Banji look is everything. So right as Issa gets out of an Aukie Boo interview, her assistant runs up and tells her, Crenshaw done put all the shit back in the show. He said, I ain't gonna be no sellout. Do you hear yourself what you've done to get me here? I don't have a brand to answer to. You do. Sound check in 5. So the show was absolutely amazing. Of course, the honky was blown away. So now Issa will get some more projects out of this. So after the eventful evening, she messages Butter Pecan for a late night beverage. Oh, Molly dating again too, and he cute. Over at Issa's, her and Nathan is hanging out on the porch, and she's falling asleep, and he's like, I'm gonna get this lift and let you get to bed. And she's like, why don't you just spend the night? He said, oh, that's why I'm here. I don't know, girl. Get his event done first. Don't let your coochie mess up your coin. But he's like, all right, I'll stay. You ain't got to ask twice. Why is Issa suddenly crying? What the hell? Well, that was the shit. Butter Pecan head on and Issa go to bed by herself. I hope she okay. Girl, I can't believe it. We open Love and Hip Hop with not lipstick and lashes, not Brazilian butt lifts and waist trainers, and not cheating and crying, but actual hip hop. Instrumentation, live sing. I mean, I can't believe it. Them background singers can outsing everybody on Love and Hip Hop, save K. Michelle. Okay, he said this was the first rehearsal for the showcase. Aren't you an independent artist? The whole point of a showcase is to have industry people in the audience see what you can do and sign you. You've already been signed and moved on. A showcase. I think y'all just like to say that word. Now we got Princess and Neri complaining about their old husbands. They not quite coot, but they getting there. But they're still young enough to be insufferable. and aggravating. Coots are much more consistent. Our Lord and the Peace and Love heifer joining them too. So Miss Peace and Love invites Princess to her black girls retreat, but she doesn't invite Nori's wife because she ain't black. Nori's wife feel a way about it. But girl, it's just for black women. That's why you weren't invited. I know you got a black husband and black kids. Maybe you need a different venue. So Nori at the basketball game with his wife, and she tell him, I had dinner with the girls, but I can't go on the recruit because I'm not black. And he said, well, you're married to a black man and you got black kids, but she hasn't had the black woman experience. They're going on this retreat to talk about the black woman experience, not to hear about her Latina experience. If they wanted to do that, they'd have a different retreat. So Ace gonna have his showcase, but everybody there, including his mean mugging mama, and I guess she gonna have it out with our Peace and Love girl. So this time they were able to have a productive conversation, but that heifer gonna get back on her shit again. I don't trust it. She like Mendici's mama. She'll cry with you, she'll say she gonna change, and do the same shit on a different day. It's after the verses, and Bobby Lights and Trina and Joy getting together to celebrate as a family. I like Joy, but I could leave the rest of them. Is Bobby even good comedy relief? He kind of is. I mean, the face is funny. The fix-a-flat booty's pretty laughable too. So they trying to get Trina to go to an island to take a little break because she's been burnt out. Trina's like, okay, I'm gonna take a few days off, but I don't know if I'm gonna be down for your activities. Because is it really a few days off when you're shooting a reality show? Meanwhile, across town, Princess Amara and Neri get together. Princess, you really gonna have us believe that you ain't sucking Ray J's dick no more because you a mama? And that's what he said? Well, you know what? Then that means somebody else is sucking it. Wait a minute, so now Neri talking about this retreat, and she gonna say, well, I took her comment as it was only for black women. Yeah, it is. It is. She said that several times. Oh, Neri mad that Amara got invited too. Amara's always said she was black. So I don't get that. They're just black people from the Dominican Republic, but they are black. And apparently the hippy dippy heifer did a live about her saying she was a fake representation of black women. How the tables have turned and the tide has changed. Meanwhile, across town, Bobby and Joy get Trina on the bus to head down to the Keys. So the hotel is nice that they get to, and Bobby's planned a nice dinner for them. They all celebrating Trina, and Trina doesn't accept praise well. She gives it to herself well, she'll big up herself, but she can't take it. So now we all go out to the beach for a bonfire because Joy's got a surprise for Trina. She done ran into somebody from the past. Oh, it's Pastor Bentley, and she loves his work. So the pastor come over and tell her, you know, God told me I was going to help a woman. God's gonna give you peace because you've been through a lot these past 3 years. Oh, Trina is not here for it. She's like, look, I'm in pain because of my mom. It ain't a prayer that's gonna fix it. I didn't want this shit, Joy. My mom is off limits. Now, Trina, don't mention my mama. Keep me out of that. You were the only one who brought your mom up. She just said it had been a hard 3 years. She did not say your mama. Hinted at it. I'll give you hinted at it. Alluded, implied. Child, y'all should have given Trina a Valium before this. Trina said, you ain't gonna tell me there'll be no more pain. Life is pain. And that's true. There's always gonna be at least burnt toast. Later that day, Princess and Nori get together at her unfinished juice bar. Girl, it's taking you all season to get this thing together. The other heifer got her store up. And they bring in the hippie heifer to ask her why Nori's wife can't go. How you gonna force this woman how to run her event when there's a whole other bunch of people that done paid for an all-black woman experience? So Princess's point is, well, I think that we should help women who are raising black children because nobody helped my mama. That's true. Then maybe you should start that space because Neri decided what she wanted to do. And she said there needs to be a space for us. You're describing different spaces. Well, that was the shit. I'm going to see you soon for the Allegedly Show.